We have to play the Deepwater, or we have to keep the Deepwater Evoker. So that way we can survive against the early pressure of a Hunter with some armor. It's actually a pretty good hand, I would say. Reducing the cost of Solid Alibi a little bit's not bad for 1 mana. We can maybe even coin out Frostweaver and Engineer, depending on what we draw. It really comes down to, okay, maybe we don't coin it out then. I lied a little bit. I'm a bit of a liar. Don't have Doggy Biscuit, please. If he has Doggy Biscuit turn 2, I can't coin out the Frostweaver Engineer. Okay, that's fine. Don't get another Trog. That'd be quite frustrating. But I'd be fine coining out Frostweave Engineer. Dude, like, I don't get it. I played 60 mana of random mage spells, and somehow I got a Solid Alibi, and I think I got like 1 or 2 okay secrets. We have to kill that off first, then go coin out this, just to try to get some extra stuff on the board if we get a frost spell. We do, which is awesome. Not to mention the last game too. I mean, if we off of that got a Blizzard, some flurries maybe, Wildfire, Cone of Cold, Mass Polymorph, whole bunch of different things it could have been. If we get any of those cards, we actually are in a really good winning spot. Boom, ping, freeze his face. Just make sure he's frozen as long as possible so he can't hit me with the weapon. Next turn we'll freeze and kill off or freeze another minion potentially, which is nice. And then Deepwater Evoker this turn is pretty cool. Oh no, he's gonna stop a minion. Which means my Deepwater Evoker doesn't get anything done, but that's okay. Maybe it's not a minion? Oh, it's not. It's a spell. I mean, I can bait it out with Flurry this turn. I mean, all my other spells are more important than that, so let's just go Flurry. It goes away. Oh no. Boom, freeze, boom, freeze. Now this is a 4-3, we can kill that off. That's pretty sick. I guess he was predicting I was gonna try to play Cold Case next turn. So it's kind of 50-50 on Deepwater Evoker and Cold Case. So I understand what he was going for there. Also, Wildfire. I guess technically I should have played Flurry first. But I was just a little, I was tilted from last game, so I did not play as well as I probably should have. Do I want to freeze his face again? Does that do anything for me here? I don't think it does really anything for me. Killing this off, freezing this technically caused me to take the least amount of damage here, because he's going to kill this off with a rush minion anyway. And he's going to have at least, so if I freeze him 2 turns, then he attacks once. He loses 1 attack out of this in total, which is honestly not the worst thing in the world. And we get to kill a 4-3. So let's... Wait, we have this. We can discover a spell. What am I talking about? Volcanomancy? Can I kill stuff off with that? I think I can, actually. Or another Deathborn's pretty good. No, I already have one. We'll go with Volcanomancy, actually. If I go Volcanomancy on this, and I kill it off, it kills this minion, so he can't actually do anything. So this is going to do 1, 3, and then we send the 3 there as well. And then he has nothing to rush into. Boom, boom, and then we ping this. Okay, I think we played that pretty well. I think overall that went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. We didn't freeze his face, which is unfortunate, so he gets to do a little bit more damage. We do flood the board, or kill the board. And we can play Deathborn next turn. We were able to kill off, you know, 7, 8 damage. And he doesn't have the opportunity to get the spell back. I'm not happy about that. The Deathborn doesn't really get to kill it, unfortunately. I don't think it's time to play Solid Alibi yet. It's definitely not time to play Solid Alibi yet. The Sanctum? Let's play the Sanctum and freeze this, actually. Freeze this. And then hit it as well. We're trying to play into Deathborn here. So we're trying to get a really, really good Deathborn here. I'm being a little bit greedy, but we can go Deathborn and Solid Alibi. Or we can go like Solid Alibi and something else if it doesn't look really good. I feel like Mass Polymorph can be good in this deck since the meta is more board-based. Yeah, probably instead of 1 Deathborn. I'm actually not a huge fan of Deathborn, especially since I took KEL'THUZAD out. I actually think taking out Deathborn... Oh, that was actually an insane hit. Okay, I talk about taking out Deathborn and then I get like the nuts Deathborn here. Actually super duper good. And when we kill off 4 minions, not bad. Nothing, it's not good enough to solid alibi though. I don't know, maybe taking out 1 for Mass Polymorph to deal with board-based decks might be good. But like, other than Paladin, what's really board-based? I mean, Hunter isn't seeing as much play. Oh, I guess against Naga Priest, it's also really good. No, you're right. It's actually a really, really good play, honestly. No, it's definitely solid. Yeah, one instead of Deathborn is good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Castle Nathria is pretty cool. We'll start trading in a little bit. We're probably not gonna play the Grey Sage Parrot. Boom. How many does this need to die? 4? We can just have a ton of things die and then freeze it with the Sanctum. This is fine. Kills that. Kill this. Freeze with Sanctum. Ping off a thing. We don't really want to play the bird, but we'll freeze ping. And then we can play like Solid Alibi or something soon. We got a pretty decent board. We don't want to play Surf Inlay because I actually really like my hand. I guess it could have been King Crush. Maybe I should have played Solid Alibi just in case. But I'm assuming that this has to be like Denathrius or something. So what is my plan here? What do I do this turn? Arcane Intellect? No, thank you. But you're right. I actually do think I put in a Mass Polymorph. It's going to be in the final build of the deck, but we'll see. I'm gonna just go full face and then go Rune of the Archmage. Because it could end up killing off my own minions or playing Mass Polymorph, I guess. Actually, no. If minions are left up, I'd rather be able to trade into them. I'd rather be able to trade into his minions if minions are left up. Shooting Star, fine. Explosive Runes is pretty good. Get this one! No! I mean, that's fine. It freezes his minion. We can go face with this next turn. Objection? Actually huge. See, this Rune of the Archmage is actually sick, man. We ignore that because it doesn't matter. And then we'll play like Solid Alibi next turn. Denathrius really doesn't do too much here, but it's fine. Thinking of getting back into Hearthstone with the welcome back bundles and stuff. What's a good rogue deck? There really are no good rogue decks, honestly. I'm sorry to say. I would not recommend rogue, to be quite honest with you. Ow. Pretty solid damage. Do I want to play Solid Alibi? Objection. Objection! Okay, so this has to be Denathrius. Like, this has to be Denathrius if that's how he wants to play it out, right? Which means I have to play Solid Alibi. I have to play Solid Alibi and Grey Sage Parrot. We'll play Grey Sage Parrot first, just to see what we get, and then we're gonna go Solid Alibi unless we get Solid Alibi, in which case that's awesome. But Volcanomancy? Uh-oh. Explosive Rune, actually useless. Are you gonna hit that? No, you kill off my board, but you make everything cheaper, so I guess it's okay. Objection! Ice Barrier. Blizzard, useless but fine. Flurry, also useless. Wildfire, pretty good. I mean, just in case something weird happens, I'm gonna go free Solid Alibi here. I'm gonna go 0 mana Solid Alibi, ping his face, just in case he has Denathrius. I mean, cause no, that was a misplay. That was a misplay, that was a big misplay. What I should have done, because there are no 0 mana minions, right? So what I should have done was I should have let that objection, okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it does end up being a decent minion here. I don't know. What has he had since turn 4? Could be Tavish. I don't know. I was just worried about potentially taking damage from like Hero Power or Denathrius or something, and I don't know if he could bait something out. I mean, I know it's in his deck, and I knew he couldn't bait it out, but I chickened out, honestly. That's my bad. 10 damage. It's not gonna be enough to win. Honestly, I think we just play another Solid Alibi. We're literally just stalling out for as long as possible here. And we'll play Bran as well, because he's fairly well protected. Boom. Boom. Bran. Ping. Redrop. Hit here. We win the game next turn with Denathrius. We didn't quite win the game there, though. We were off by 2 damage. I don't think it was a misplay. I mean, I knew the game was gonna end in like 2-ish turns. It's Devourer? Wait, what? Uh-oh. It was Devour. I thought it was gonna be Denathrius. Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll freeze this and play Denathrius for now. I mean, 13 damage could theoretically kill him. Or we just get him in lethal range with Reckless Apprentice this turn. And go Reckless Apprentice, ping, and still just Flurry. I mean, we have two different ways of potentially winning the game here. I think playing Denathrius, though, is the safest. Because there's a world where maybe... I did 8 damage to that? I mean, I guess that's fine. You don't need to play Flurry now. Hey, Ecore! With your Beast Hunter deck made from Plat 5 to Plat 5 from Gold 5, thank you so much from Germany. No problem, my guy. I'm proud of you. I'm happy you were able to win some games with it. Even after the nerfs, it's actually still a much better deck than a lot of people thought it was going to be. Can he rush in and kill this? No, he's dead. Whew, okay. The next version of this deck will have mass polymorph, but for now it will not. Because we already made a video on it. We've already played multiple games. But I do think that a mass polymorph in this deck could end up being really, really good, especially for Naga Priest and Paladin. Honestly, I kind of like the entire hand here. No cap. And with a Magister, it's not bad. For those of you asking why does this deck not run KEL'THUZAD, it also doesn't run Commander Savara. If you didn't see that, she's also not great in the deck. Basically, at 8 mana, KEL'THUZAD is an unplayable card. It's not good. Win rate wise on Hearthstone Replay, mulligan win rate low, which makes sense. Played win rate is okay, but it's not played that often. For a late game bomb win condition, its win rate is surprisingly low. Or that's its strong win. The point is, the win rate of the card is low from my own experience and HS Replay, so I decided to take it out along with Commander Savara. And I think it's ultimately going to make the deck better than it currently is. Because there are a lot of matchups like, what's it called, Curse Warlock and Naga Priest and all that puts stuff out on the board and kills me before I can even play KEL'THUZAD. Not to mention the fact that KEL'THUZAD is situationally good, where you have to have a couple of good cold cases or Deathborns before it's actually even, like, playable. Wildfire turn 1, we could go Sorceress Wildfire turn 1. Which I think sounds pretty good to me. We're able to play both and we can ping next turn if necessary. And then I think we're gonna just coin out Magister Dawngrasp, honestly. I mean, that sounds about right to me. Turn 6 to just get it to scale up as quickly as possible. Yes, not the Freeze Mage that freezes for 8 turns and then plays 9 mana spells for 5 mana with Be the Parrot. Are you talking, wait, what? I'm very confused, because this deck does kind of do that, but at the same time, it's not like... It's not as bad as Freeze Mages of old. Also, because of the nerf to the Nightcloak Sanctum, it definitely doesn't get to do that nearly as much. Like, it does still freeze, and it's still very annoying, don't get me wrong. But it's not as annoying or problematic as it's been in the past. We draw a Frost spell. Luckily, it's a 0 mana Frost spell, so Deepwater Evoker is less likely to draw a useless card. 1 mana, 1/2 buff is pretty balanced. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's not even that. It's a 2 mana 2/3 that reduces the cost of a card by 1 and can be reduced to 0. Like, there should not be that many free things to be played. Like, if you play that, it makes the Naga Wig so much better. Especially when you throw in the Priestess or whatever it's called. Not the Priestess. No, it is the Priestess. The Naga, or the Legendary. We draw a 3 mana card, that's fine. It's not as good as I would have liked. Expected value is probably around like 4 or 5. So getting a 3 is definitely lower, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Do I want to play Arcane Intellect here to draw some cards? I think I do. And then I'm going to coin out Magister Dawngrasp real soon. Mortarash, kind of cool. I've already played a Frost spell. I played a Fire, and I'm going to play an Arcane. to draw some cards. I have not played a Frost spell yet, so I guess I can just freeze both of these and go face. Freeze. Play this to reduce the cost of something. We need to empty out my hand so I can coin out Magister Dawngrasp. What deck do you think is the most troll to make your opponent rage quit, but not Naga Priest? Why would you want to do that? That sounds, you sound like an evil supervillain. Not even a supervillain. Because you're not even going to be using, like, you're not even going to be making a bad deck good. You're just asking to, like, make an already super annoying deck better. But yeah, I would probably say the most annoying one's not Naga Priest, is probably Curse Warlock. Because there's just not much you can do against Curse Warlock a lot of the time. Magister, get the Wildfire, get a Flurry to freeze both of them again. I mean, I can push face a little bit, I don't care. We get Cold Case, another Wildfire, which is awesome. Hit, just for like small amounts of damage. We have ourselves a solid alibi as well, which is awesome. I mean, Thief Priest can be annoying and not be good. Mildred and Wild. I mean, I don't play Wild, but I don't know if it's good. Oh my goodness, you are also a Mage player. I would never have guessed. Solid alibi. Honestly, better than Frozen Touch, because if you got Frozen Touch, it's gonna do wait. The Frozen Touch wasn't infused. Why? But why though? Why wasn't it infused? I'm gonna go Deathborn to get 4 volatile skeletons and then just play Wildfire. I get 4 volatile skeletons, which is cool. I don't need to play Solid Alibi yet. I mean, I don't even need to play it until like way later on down the road, honestly. I liked already, by the way. Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Commenting helps a lot. Subscribing, hitting the notification button is really important. But also, we have 100 people watching live and only 15 likes. I would not have shouted that out if Joe had not told me that he had already liked the video. And so I would appreciate that. I always like saying it and seeing how far the numbers go up. But, you know. What did you replace for Commander Savara? I replaced both with Suspicious Alchemist so I could have an extra early 1-drop. To protect myself against some of the early game decks, and it also gives me a card which can be sometimes freeze, which can be removal, a whole bunch of things that it can end up being. Okay, but the Frozen Touches aren't infused, so it doesn't matter. This is gonna do 5 damage, so I get to kill this off. Ah, man, I'm not gonna be able to kill them off exactly. Oh no, why would you do that? We're gonna Flurry. We're gonna just Flurry here and ping him in the face and play Cold Case. Boop. Flurry. Ping him in the face for 5. Just gotta get that damage going so we can play Mordresh in 2 turns Infinitum Home. Basically, next turn it's gonna be gain some armor, Solid Alibi, ping again. And then the turn after that, it's gonna be ping and Mordresh, and it's gonna be 20 damage over 2 turns, which basically guarantees lethal unless he has another Solid Alibi, which he does have. Okay, and then also messes me up slightly. But it's not that big of a deal. Freeze is my minion, doesn't really matter to me that much. Frozen Touch, it's not even infused. You should have just waited for me to infuse it, but I mean, I guess if you have better things to do, you might as well do that. Hit. Reckless Apprentice. Actually, no, we'll go Solid Alibi first. That's correct, because if these end up going face, I'll take 1 less damage from each of them, and it lasts throughout my entire turn. So boom, into boom, to kill off everything, and then ping the face. And then we should be able to ping the face next turn, and kill him with Mordresh next turn. Because then we are able to. Oh, we could just kill him with Mordresh next turn without the ping. Or if he plays a Solid Alibi, we could play like Cold Case and just try to survive a little bit. Even if I get Theotard, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like I'm in a position where I could lose. I'm literally gonna win the game in the next turn or 2. Like, it doesn't matter. What can I replace Sir Finley with? You could probably replace Sir Finley with the new 4-mana removal card. The one that just like removes him from the game. That'd be a pretty good card to replace it with, honestly. Ping that off so he doesn't get double activation. Play this to get some extra. And just flood the board. This is a more aggressive deck, so it's not like they have that many removals. Like, mass removals. They might have, like, 1 or 2 blizzards. But even if they do, it doesn't matter that much to me. If they're taking the time to play Blizzard, I win the game anyway. So, Mordrash, yep, there's some removal, but again, it doesn't matter because we have our own Mordrash. Oh my gosh, they both went face. We just kill him with this. Ah, nice. Yeah, sure, this is fine. I don't mind this hand, actually. Okay, well, I mind having Rune of the Archmage in my hand. I mean, I guess there are a couple of situations where it'll probably be fine. Please don't be Beast Druid. Oh, no. With a hand like this? Okay, be Thief Rogue. Be Thief Rogue. As long as you're... Oh. Oh, no. Can we survive to turn 6? Can we survive until turn 6 is my question. I'm gonna freeze that so I don't take damage this turn. We play this turn 3, this turn 4. Honestly, because of that top deck, specifically because of this top deck, I think that we actually have a chance of surviving until turn 6. Because we froze that, and we now have a minion to trade into one of his other minions, and he has Solid Alibi. Actually, no, this is really good. My top decks have kind of been god tier. Okay, that draw wasn't great. That draw wasn't great over this. I would have liked to have drawn a Frost spell, but it's okay. Don't pump him. Don't pump him, please. Just leave me alone. Let me have my fun, please. Again, for those of you just joining, this deck does not run KEL'THUZAD because it's not a good card. At 8 mana, it's borderline unplayable and is at a worse win condition than Grey Sage Parrot, Magister, Mordrash, Rune, and Sire Denathrius. Okay, we're going to need to draw, do I want to play Cold Case? I actually don't know if I want to play Cold Case here. Because I could just go Wildfire, ping this. I could literally just go Wildfire, ping this, trade here. Actually, no, I need to kill this off, not that, which is unfortunate. But I do want to kill this off so he doesn't draw extra cards. So I feel like I'm already gonna ping. So let's just go Wildfire, ping, kill. We don't need to play Cold Case. If he pumps up a ton, we can go Solid Alibi and maybe kill off one other thing. Then turn 6, we can play Blizzard. It's gonna be Pride's Fury this turn, most likely. Or the, yeah. Fair enough, full face. Yeah, fine. At least Cthulhu was more fun and required you to build a deck around it. Yeah, exactly. 7 damage. I mean, Cold Case here is fine. I can't ping and kill anything off. We'll just stall for a little bit. Gain some armor. No need to play Solid Alibi yet. I'd rather play it in like a turn or 2 once he fills up a giant board. No way I die here, right? I mean, he only has 6 damage showing, plus a little bit with spells in hand for the Slither Spear. But there's no way he's able to do 31 damage. It's impossible.
Be scrappy with scraps.
But yeah, I don't run Denathrius and Naga Priest. I mean, that's fair. As much as I hate Naga Priest, at least you don't run Denathrius, who's running almost 50% of decks. Oh my word, that is a lot of stats. Good golly. I mean, that is a little bit more damage than I thought I was going to take, but it's still about Blizzard. Freeze his minions. See where the 2 damage goes. See where the 2 damage goes. Yes, we get to kill that off. Perfect. We can play Solid Alibi in a little bit, depending on how much he floods the board here. Okay, a 2/2. Don't be composting. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's some decent pump for him, though. Maybe we just go Solid Alibi and Deepwater Evoker. This turn. And depending on what we get off of Deepwater Evoker, we might not even have to play Solid Alibi. We get Flurry. Are you serious? Okay, so we're going to play, Solid Alibi, I guess. We can save Flurry for now. Got you live. Hope everyone has liked your stream. True. I hope everyone likes the stream as well. We have 160 people and only 43 likes. As much as seeing you rage against Naga Priest makes me happy, I don't think anything else gives me more pleasure than seeing an Aggro Druid's day ruined. I actually don't mind Aggro Druid. I actually don't mind that deck at all. Dude, this guy needs to chill out. Please! His board is so big. Oh, and you just get to trade that? Oh, God. Oh, you don't even have to trade a 4/4. Oh, no. I think we're still fine, though. We ping this. We go Deathborn, and then we flurry that minion. And now we have 9 mana, so we can play Rune of the Archmage. I'm pretty sure we've won at this point. But this guy got me so low, considering I top decked really, really well. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and say that I had a god tier hand, because my opening hand, quite honestly, was not god tier. Let's just draw some cards, honestly. Another Deathborn. Discover a spell. Actually, do I really want to give him a spell? Honestly, no. I don't want to take Ruined Orb and then just give him Ruined Orb. I don't want to give him Arcane Intellect to actually draw cards either. I'm going to take Ruined Orb because it's removal and it helps me more than it helps him. I'm going to trade and then go face. I mean, I'm at 19 HP and he's done. Thank goodness. Woo!